What was a sketchy cheap buy that ended up being one of your best purchases? At the end of a long road trip with some mates, I bought a $20 pair of sunglasses in a gas station just outside Chicago. They fit me better than any pair of sunglasses ever did or ever will, and they made me look awesome. For years I constantly received compliments about them and was asked where I got them. I lost them after 5 long years and have hated myself for it ever since. They were so no name they didn't even have a brand name on them at all, so I have no idea who made them. I have no way of finding that gas station either. I've literally spent hundreds of dollars trying to find sunglasses that come close to that same perfect fit / style, but I can't. I bought a blanket in Mexico in 1986 for $5. I still have it, and it is super soft and comfy. It has been abused, washed, etc, and it is still in great shape. $12 rain boots at Value Village. I've thrashed these things living in rural Alaska, and they are still totally watertight 2 years later. I bought a lasagna pan, was only intending to use it once, so I got a cheap one off Amazon for $7. But I use it all the damn time for a variety of things. It even has a plastic cover. But the best part was it came with this cheap thin spatula that I use for everything, and I love it because it's wide, metal and ridiculously thin. Perfect for fried eggs or pancakes and big enough for grilled cheese. I use that thing so much, if it's in the dishwasher I will actually pull it out and wash it by hand. I have other metal spatulas but nothing has come close to this cheap extra thing. I randomly found a wedding videographer online and booked him for a very affordable rate for my wedding, assuming it wouldn't be very good quality. 2 weeks after the wedding, he emails me in high quality, well edited video. He had a drone I hadn't noticed because he was outside of the venue getting B-roll with it before I even started getting ready for the big day. I was floored, and now I recommend him to everyone who ever plans to get married ever. Edit. He has definitely upped his prices since then. He did the videography for my wedding last summer, and rightfully so, because he does great work. I bought a turtle for $5 in Chinatown and she's turning 3 this year. I bought a knockoff backpack in Turkey. It was like $25 and has lasted me longer than other people's $200 backpacks. Clarification. Backpacking backpack as in luggage, or for overnight hiking, not a book bag. I bought a fake wood, plastic, mantle clock from Value City for like $10 because I needed something for my first apartment. I received a surprising number of compliments on it and was asked more than once if it was a family heirloom because it looked so old. It also lasted for like 10 years until some movers broke it. I was kind of proud of displaying that stupid cheap clock. I bought a button-down shirt from the thrift store in the mid-90s that I still wear today. The shirt is obviously even older. It doesn't have much wear on it either. I think it made of rayon and something else. The brand is Kmart. They don't make them like they used to. I risked a huge box of magic cards. I spent around $200. It easily came out around $2K to $3K. This box was just a random pickup on the internet from Craigslist. Went to a garage sale. Little girl was in charge. She's like 12. I don't know shit about turntables, but she has a set on a table. I ask how much. She tells me $20. I ask her if they work. She tells me she has no idea. Her dad got new ones and wants to get rid of these. I wait for dad. She tells me he's sleeping. She says dude just take them. I'm like, number 20 can't be right, maybe 200? She looks at me like I'm stupid. Fine, I'll take them. I drive straight to a pawn shop and see what I can get for them, or if they even work. They fucking work. Dude looks up prices and comes back with a $1,200 offer. Best $20 I ever spent. Edit. To clarify, this happened in one of the nicest neighborhoods in Plano, Texas. I don't remember the brand. This happened like 7 years ago. A little $40 speaker set for my bedroom TV I got in 2006 and still works great. A $27 dash cam. Got it off Amazon. Its shaper image included an SD card and was $27. I thought it was gonna be a waste. It wasn't. I have it on whenever I drive. Turns on automatically. Records automatically. You can turn auto rewrite on or off. Has a high quality camera. Infrared LEDs for nighttime driving. The mounting mechanism works great. Its stab can has never fallen. It's not the best in the world. It's not 4K recording, but it's 1080, high 120 FPS, and was $27, when some other can run up into the high hundreds. 10/10ths would buy again, 10/10ths would gift to someone. Actually works great, and was $27. Not my purchase, but still one of the best. My brother gifted me a Snuggie one year for Christmas. I had painstaking tracked down a bootleg album he wanted, and he got me a buy one, get one free Snuggie. I didn't speak to him for weeks. I have routinely used that damn Snuggie for every camping trip I've been on over the last 7 years, and I will tell you it has become the most useful gift I've ever gotten. We bought an Ellis Island boat tour in New York from one of the guys on the streets. We were lead into a van and treated extremely well, so we weren't immediately sketched out too bad. We don't know New York, so we ended up driving 20 minutes through Manhattan by 3 men to an apparently abandoned sketchy dock with no one there. That's when we were convinced we were being scammed or sold into human trafficking. Gave us a post-it note with a number, and they said to go around the abandoned factory to the pier and they were waiting for us. So we took our naive tourist ass around the building alone expecting nothing, and they would just pull off and scam us. Sure enough, we turned the corner and there was a big boat with a bunch of people, and it was legit. We had an amazing tour and a lot of fun with free food and drinks. So overall great decision, but in hindsight we should have been murdered or at least scammed. Mobile edit. Yes, I rushed the story and misspelled a couple of things. I'm leaving naive, scammed, and all the others just for you guys. Fugly/sad/misshapen potted plants from the grocery store. They just need some love and it's so fun to see them grow. I drive cars so old they all still have tape decks. I bought this fake cassette tape with a headphone style plug that comes of it. You put the tape in the player, just like it was a cassette, and plug the jack into your phone, and it uses the car's speaker system as an external speaker for the phone. I was so skeptical of it working, because it was all of $5 and I've been using it at least 10 years and it works perfectly and beautifully. Plus bonus side eye every time I pull it out, to use it with someone new in the car. I went to Mexico a few years back with my family, and it was our first time there. We only left the hotel once, because it was so damn hot. On that day, after visiting an ancient temple, we decided to go to a cenote to swim and cool off. We arrived at the bus station and this kinda sketchy taxi driver approached us and asked where we wanted to go. My father mentioned a very popular cenote, but the taxi driver recommended a quieter place and said he'd do it for half price, even though it was already dirt cheap. For some reason my father agreed, which I thought was mad, so me and my family got in his taxi and drove off. We were riding down the freeway when he starts indicating left. I see no roadway he's indicating. We turn off onto a dirt track and into the jungle. For about 10 minutes we're getting deeper and deeper into the jungle until we reach a house. My father is told to get out and pay at this small shack, and the rest, if us, aren't allowed out of the car. 5 minutes pass, and by this time we were freaking out in the car. I didn't really feel like getting kidnapped or anything, but my father returns and we continue into the jungle. Soon we reach a clearing with a few people smoking round a table and a couple with swimsuits on. Now I'm but more relaxed because there are other customers there. After getting changed we have a short walk to this beautiful crystal clear cenote with overhangs and plants hanging down. It was amazing. We got out and thought money well spent, but we were led on a tour around 4 other cenotes where we swam under bats hanging in caves and learnt about the history of the cenotes. To top it off, I got to jump off a 10-foot drop into a pool where I could see the bottom about 20 feet below the surface. Best experience we had in Mexico and I'd love to go back, but I don't think I've ever been so frightened as I was going down that deserted dirt road. $17 Target brand boat shoes. I bought them about 6 years ago and just wore them randomly for things like going to the grocery store or running down to my car. Then I found they were great practice shoes for disc golf. They lasted 1.5 years of planting and twisting on concrete before they finally folded. Went back, they've been discontinued for years. RIP. I got an adjustable phone mount at the dollar store when I had an iPhone 4. Still use the same one with my iPhone X. I bought this shirt from a market for $5. Fits so damn well I started using it as my main shirt. Stain removers from the dollar store are surprisingly effective. I bought official PlayStation wireless headphones for €20 a few years ago. They usually cost about €70 brand new. I thought it was a sketchy sale, but nope, they are fine, and I still use them to this day. Costco fluffy flannels. It feels like a chinchilla is hugging you, and I've had mine for 3 years with no signs of wearing down despite almost daily use in the northeast winters. No label old beat to shit vinyl acetate record with handwritten "that'll be the day" on it. Paid $1. Ended up being a live Buddy Holly recording. Sold it for $970. Kortitsa vodka. Ukrainian vodka is smooth as silk and cheap as dirt. One of those square, window size, box fans. Technically wasn't a purchase. I found it outside the dumpster of my junior year college apartment back in 2008. I'm a fan of airflow and white noise, so that fan ran 24 hours a day for nearly 11 years outside of when I was away on vacations, and for brief periods in winter, most of that on the lowest setting. But I mean, there were long stretches of literally months plus, where it wasn't turned off. Died earlier this year, when I can only assume some critical component burned out. I'll miss you. Completely free thing that provided me a decade of a light breeze and air circulation. I bought a $17 toaster about 20 years ago, and it's still going strong.